The Kogi state government is assuring residents of adequate protection of their rights through quick implementation of the report and recommendations of the EndSARS protest. While receiving the report of the committee set up by the state government in Lokoja, the state capital, the secretary to the state government says the protection of people's rights remains sacrosanct. To discuss this, the Director General, Public Defender and Citizens' Rights Commission, Kogi State, Barrister Abdullahi Zakari, joins us from Lokoja, the state capital. A pleasure having you with us on the program.
It is a pleasure being here with you.
Now, the committee has submitted its report. What are some of the recommendations?
A quick one is that Kogi State is fairly peculiar in terms of the EndSARS protests. Peculiar in the sense that they already have an institution on ground to address issues that ordinarily will have to do human rights violations, particularly against the law enforcement agencies and even some non-state actors. So, and it is just because there's an existing institutions that handle such matters, we had minimal petitions. And then the Office of the Public Defender and Citizens' Rights Commission, which was actually established in 2019, was established with the mandate to provide free legal services and also to people who could not afford, and this includes legal representation. It is also the agency of the state government that is also saddled with the responsibility of promotion and protection of human rights. So it was not a problem for the state government during the EndSARS protest to address those issues. And quickly, Kogi State, like any other state of the Federation, was the first to set up a special human rights intervention group. And it was headed by a lawyer, the chairman of the Lokoja branch of the NBA. The totality of the report was that we had 12 petitions. The committee had 12 petitions. Like I said earlier, those 12 petitions, 6 of them were non-contentious. The 6 that are live issues were referred to the public hearing. The committee now had a public hearing and considered those 6 petitions seriously, one after the other. And those six petitions were issues bordering not only on law enforcement officers, it also borders on the activities of vigilante group. It also borders on issues of EndSARS activities that even predates the establishment of the commission. The state had no problem because part of the function of the commission provided in the law is to monitor and investigate human rights issues. And then when we set up the committee on the instruction of the governor, the committee, after a period of time, invited the public to the public hearing where some persons came and talked to their petition. It will interest you to know that the 6 of those petitions, 2 were abandoned. They were abandoned because the petitioners, they didn't show up to defend the issues they put to the public. They were also abandoned because police could not even provide sufficient response. For the other 4 that are actually live and were attended, one was that the disbanded SARS had the opportunity of seizing some vehicles. Okay. And then after the public hearing, we were also able to resolve that matter. And even before forwarding the committee, the report to the governor, the police worked with the commission and had those vehicles returned to their owners, and that settles the matter.
Okay, Barrister Zakari, if I may, apart from this report on EndSARS, can you just quickly tell us some of the achievements of your commission in the state, especially in the areas of public defense and citizens' rights? If you can just quickly tell us about some of them.
Okay, thank you. When we were established in 2019, it will interest to know that we are already in the public domain. So the level of advocacy we have done so far as establishment of the members, residents of Kogi is key. The second option is that we had about 25 cases. These 25 cases were cases bordering on pending before high courts across the states. We have been able to, within this short period of time, attend the 25 cases and got judgment in 12. Those 12 cases were resolved, and as we speak, some of them, they are already enjoying their rights. It will also interest you to know that as soon as this EndSARS protest started, the state governor directed us to set up this institution. The mere setting up of the institution and the report that we have already submitted is part of the achievements of the organization. And finally, and most importantly, very many persons who now have human rights issues, either arising from vigilante or even state actors or law enforcement agencies, come to our office and will take our time to resolve most of those issues. And I think that generally provided the needed environment in the state for minimal petitions which we had in the course of the EndSARS protest. And then looking at the commission as a growing commission, we didn't stop there. We build networks, we build partners.
Okay.
In building partners and network, we have so far signed understanding with National Human Rights Commission, Action Aid, and above all is our international connection to Center for Human Rights in Pretoria, South Africa. It's a foremost human rights institution, and I think we are working to provide training for lawyers, training for work staff of the organizations. And as we speak, that understanding will yield results because I have already had training. And next week, about 10 of our lawyers are going to be trained free of charge. It does not cost the state anything. These are landmarks. These are serious milestones that a young organization that was barely 3 years will be able to attain. And I think it is an achievement. And
Okay, Barrister Abdullahi Zakari, the Director General, Public Defender and Citizens' Rights Commission in Kogi State. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us on the program.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. We are most grateful.